roommate. We've known each other for a long 5 months now. Good.
Alright, so the reason why we are interviewing Rowan today is because he lives a vegan lifestyle, and I wanted to ask him some questions about that for my 30-day challenge. Question 1. Why did you choose to live a vegan lifestyle?
Well, honestly, it was I watched like one YouTube video it must have been like February of 2020, and it kind of came out of left field because it was like a YouTuber, I think it was Cosmic Skeptic, doesn't make any vegan content whatsoever, not even like a food YouTuber at all, and he puts out this video and it's about like veganism, and I'm like, wow. I had never, because it was almost like I had always been like veganism would come, like it would be pushed into your face from like places you'd expect, right? But then all of a sudden this guy who makes like philosophy YouTube like put out a video about that, and he laid out an argument that was just like correct. It was like, killing animals is unnecessary suffering. You don't have to eat animals. And it's just like, once you break that kind of like barrier, I was done. So then I was like, tried to be vegan, failed. Was vegetarian for like a year, and then finally came to college, and then I was like, all right, not gonna eat any more meat, really, or not buy anymore, or cheese, or anything animal based.
Nice. So I guess that kind of like leads to my follow-up question. You mentioned you started this when you were in college. What do you find is the number one challenge you have with living a vegan lifestyle?
Just like eat because it's easy to buy food that's vegan, but then when other people make food, like just like the other day I was at the community garden and these people like brought a cake, and it's like, oh, it's Nutella cake, and it looked so good. I'm just like, because it's like, but then at the same time that's almost like a strength, right? Because it's like, if you can't have cake, you're not eating cake. Like, holy shit, that's such an advanced tactic to, I don't know, be healthy, I guess. Because it's so much, I guess, so I'd say the hardest part is baked goods. If you want a one-word answer, baked goods, and just like, shit. But it's not like, I'm never craving chicken and whatnot. I guess, I just don't like wasting food, so it's hard for me to see like people like throw away a ham sandwich. Do I want to have that? But, I don't know.
So to sum up, number one would be baked goods, and kind of just like,
yeah, because they're just everywhere. You put milk in everything. Like I bought it was just like a loaf of bread, like a loaf of potato bread that my mom sent home with me, or sent back to college with me, and it was like, it's got milk in it. Why? It's bread. It's just like weasels, like after so long, eggs, milk, it's just like weasels its way into everything, especially things that taste good. So it's pretty rough.
It's a place to create new, you know? You gotta,
Yeah.
I guess this does also kind of relate to the one that we just asked, is what is one food that you miss the most?
The one thing that I really like, I mean, I used to eat so much Greek yogurt and cottage cheese, and I guess I just miss how like that was just like pure protein, and it was relatively cheap-ish. But I think the food I miss the most for like what it was like, because it tasted good, was brie cheese. I fucking love brie cheese. So, but I haven't had it in a long time.
Brie cheese, alright. What is the best thing that you've seen, like personally, from becoming a vegan?
I guess not really much. It's just like kind of like I feel more mindful, and I kind of like the conversations it opens up, and I guess kind of ironically, it's like the self-development of not being like a stuck-up prick where you're like, I'm better than you because I don't eat animals. Like it takes, like you have to like consciously, because it's so easy to like fall in the trap of being like the classic like vegan on YouTube that are like, you know, just like awful to be around. But so it's like, I guess the mental journey of kind of like learning how to like balance your beliefs with other people's, because it's hard to find like, or at least I've had struggle finding controversy kind of. Like I've always just been like very agreeable with everyone, so like learning how to be like have different beliefs than the people around me has been really useful.
Very cool. Do you think everyone in society should become vegan? Yes?
Yeah.
100%. Do you have any guidelines for them on how to do that? Because for some people, it could
there's like two questions. Like, should everyone? Yes. Can everyone? No. Will it happen? No. But like theoretically, yeah. Like it needs to happen.
Okay.
Just for the environment's sake. And I think it will happen once we get like technology, like the lab-grown meat and whatnot, because it's just gonna become so cheap. But so if you want like actual advice, so I would say to someone, don't take it super seriously. Like saying, like the vegan lifestyle, you don't have to, like, if you have that one hamburger a month, you're 99% vegan. That's veganism, really. Like it's not about the idea so much as it is about like the practical application of not killing vast amounts of animals for food.
So you would say, like, you would consider someone vegan as long as they ate like in the majority of like all plant-based and tried to reduce the amount of meat they ate as much as possible, like animal products in general?
Yeah, so it's like, it's kind of like an approaching vegan, because no one's like, even like the staunchest vegans like breathe in a bug while walking down the street, or when you're driving down the road you smash flies, or like tons of medicine have like egg and stuff in them. So it's like you can never really be fully vegan. Like it's not even why try and like do that. It's just like get the lion's share out, and then it's like then you're having a positive impact on the environment. You're probably eating better because you're eating less like baked goods. It's just a good system.
So I guess it kind of relates back to the concept of like, it's not the destination, it's the journey. So like you're never gonna like really fully reach being 100% vegan because there's like a bunch of outliers in the world.
Yeah.
But like getting as close as you can is like the best option.
Yeah, or just, it's not even like, I wouldn't even call it a journey. It's just like something to keep in mind.
Something to strive towards, right?
Well, there's no end goal though. Like I don't see like the end goal as like, because I can't unkill all the animals I ate. There's no like goal I can set to be more vegan. It's just like the way I'm going to try and be further, like, is what I choose to buy and eat.
If you could give one piece of advice to anybody who's starting out trying to transition to veganism, whether they're like vegetarian or they're just like eating a lot of animal products in general, what would that one piece of advice be?
Like the fake vegan foods, so like the fake veggie patties and whatnot. Don't think about it as a replacement for meat. Think about it as something different, But that's not really a piece of advice. That's more like a mindset. So a piece of advice I guess would be like, this is my favorite thing. I'd always like make a sandwich as if I was gonna you make a salami sandwich, right? You put your bread, you put your mustard, you put your lettuce, tomato, and then like everything on it, and then you just like don't put the salami. And it's like the sandwich tastes 90% the same. The salami is like a tiny fraction of what is in that sandwich, So I'd say like if you're trying to be vegan, start eating more vegetables and then pull out the meat. Because if your sandwich is a brioche bun and a piece of chicken and then like mayonnaise, you're gonna have a hard time being vegan. But if your chicken sandwich is already a piece of bread and then mostly vegetables and then a little bit of chicken in it, it's pretty easy to pull out the chicken.
So kind of make like slow adjustments to your diet, and then you'll be able to more easily take out all the animal products.
Or I guess just like prepare yourself, because you want to have a wide range of food to eat. Because that's like part of the fun of eating, is eating a lot of different things. And so if like right now you're eating 10 different things, 7 of which are like plant-based, like regularly, you're missing out on a lot. But if you eat 40 different things and there's only a limited amount of like animal-based things, it's like milk, cheese, and then meat. So like pretty much, and like I guess there's the other weird ones. If you want to like move away from honey, you do that, I guess. But there's actually not that many non-vegan things. Like there's just way more vegetables. So it's just like experimenting with eating different stuff. So I guess if you want, that's another piece of advice. experiment eating new things.
Do you think of vegetarians as less than compared to other vegans?
I want to say no, but fundamentally I do believe less. Yeah, like it's not, because it's still milk is really, like, the whole dairy industry is pretty awful for the cows involved. It's also not good for the environment, and milk is really not good for you either, like unless you're a child, so it's like a kid. But I don't like less than, like I don't think a person's value is based on what they eat. But I do think vegetarianism isn't as good as veganism for the environment, you know, but it's a lot better than not.
Do you have anything to add, or you want to tell the audience directly who happen to be watching this video?
No, not really. Just like enjoy your life how you want to live it. But if you do choose to do it vegan, you should know that you're helping out the world a lot.
Thank you so much for joining me on this TED Talk.
TED Talk. Fair enough. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll leave frame then. You know, like on a day-to-day level, like I've never like, oh shit, I feel like garbage. I haven't had my omega-3s in the last week.